Hi students, this is my third lecture series in chemical kinetics, the basics of chemical kinetics. In the first two lecture, I explained the terminologies which actually involves in chemical kinetics and also solved few problems. Today, I'm going to explain about the first order reaction. Let me take A is converted into product. A is converted into product. This is a first order reaction. I assume this is a first order reaction. Say I'm going to write the rate expression for this first order reaction. I know how to write the mathematical form of a rate for a given reaction. So rate equal to, in terms of reactant and also in terms of product, I can write the rate expression for this conversion. I'll write change in concentration of the reactant A with the time, and a minus sign because the reactant concentration decreases. This is how we represent rate of a reaction in terms of reactant, and also in terms of product I can write change in concentration of product with the time. So this is how I represent rate of this conversion. And also I learned that rate for a first order reaction, rate is directly proportional to a concentration of A power 1. This is for the first order reaction. I introduce a proportionality constant which is known as rate constant K and A. This we called as rate equation, rate law. This is called a rate equation or rate law. Now let me write the expression for the rate. The mathematical expression for the rate is given here, minus dA by dt, or it is dP by dt. So let me choose both the terms, minus dA by dt equal to dP by dt. This is equal to K dA. Right, this is rate equation, right? This is rate equation. Okay, then see, A is converted into product. A reactant A is converted into product. Say at time t, at time 0, that is the reaction has not started. The reaction is not started. At time 0, you have A mole per decimeter cube concentration of A. This is initial concentration of the reactant A. This is initial concentration. A is the initial concentration of the reactant A, or at 0 time the reactant concentration is A, that is the reaction has not started. Okay, then at 0 time the product is not formed. So the product is 0. The concentration of product is 0. And after some time, assume let me say time t, at time t, after some time the reaction is now started. After some time, x mole per decimeter cube of reactant is formed. And how much reactant will be there in the reaction mixture? Unreacted at the time of t, the unreacted reactant will be A minus X, because A is my initial concentration of reactant. From this A mole per decimeter cube, X mole is formed. How much will be remaining as unreacted reactant is A minus X mole per decimeter cube, right? So now we substitute here. Let me assume this is, let me write this is equation number 1. And I'll take, see, at time t, the unreacted concentration is actually A minus X. At time t, the unreacted concentration is A minus X. The product concentration is X mole per liter. So at time t, the rate is given by minus D. A is actually the concentration of reactant at time t, right? At time t, this A is actually the concentration of reactant. This is at time t the concentration of product. That is at time t, this is A minus X is the concentration of reactant and the X is the concentration of product. So I'll write in terms of the first term, D, the concentration of A when time t is A minus X divided by dt equal to product concentration at time t is X by dt equal to K at the time t, the concentration of A is A minus X. Therefore, K into A minus X. Right? So I'll take first these two terms. I'll take this two term minus D A minus X by dt equal to K times A minus X. And just rearrange this equation. 1 divided by A minus X and D A minus X equal to K times dt. Now I'm going to integrate this equation. I'm going to integrate this equation. Right? This is rate equation. This equation is rate equation. I'm going to integrate this rate equation. Right? So this is in the form of 1 by x dx. So 1 by x dx, if you integrate, is actually natural logarithm of A minus X equal to, you'll have a constant over here. You'll have an integration constant, and also dt, if you integrate, it will become t plus a constant. Here you'll have a constant plus constant. Here also you'll have constant. So therefore I'll write a constant here. Okay, then I use this limit, that is at time t equal to 0, the product concentration is the product concentration x equal to 0. I use this limit in this equation. So minus logarithm A minus 0 equal to K time is 0 plus C. So I determined the integration constant. C is the integration constant. I'll get logarithm A minus logarithm A. You substitute in this equation. I'll get minus logarithm A minus X equal to KT minus logarithm A. Then rearrange this equation. I'll take logarithm A by A minus X. this is kt. So k equal to 1 by t logarithm a by a minus x. This is equal to, then logarithm, this is base e, it should be converted into base 10. You have to multiply 2.303. So logarithm is base 10, this is base e, equal to a by a minus x. This is rate constant, right? This is actually the integrated rate equation of first order reaction. Integrated form of rate equation. I have taken a rate equation and then I have integrated it. So this gives the rate constant expression for a first order reaction, right? This gives a rate constant expression for a first order reaction. Okay, then you can also derive the same equation by using this in terms of product. Rate here expressed in terms of product. Therefore, dx by dt equal to k a minus x. Rearrange again, 1 by a minus x dx equal to k dt. Integrate. This is if you integrate this is logarithm a minus x divided by, then differentiate this and write in the denominator. A is a constant, initial concentration 0, minus x. If you differentiate x with respect to dx, with respect to x, this is 1. Therefore 0 minus this is 1, so you get minus 1 equal to, you'll have integration constant, no problem, I'm not going to write. Then dt, if you integrate, it will become t. Here also you'll get integration constant. So this constant for this constant, if you take this side, you'll have a constant. See, so this is a minus logarithm, natural logarithm of a minus kt plus c. So again use at limit at t equal to time equal to 0, x equal to 0. This is minus a equal to constant. So if you substitute here, then you'll get the same equation. You'll get, so either you can use a rate expression, this rate expression, or this rate expression to derive this rate constant expression for first order reaction. Okay, then let me take this form. Let me take this form. So far we actually derived, what is this? This equation is actually rate constant k, rate constant expression for first order reaction. It is rate constant expression for first order reaction, or also you can say that this is integrated form of rate equation. This is my rate equation, and this equation is actually integrated form of rate equation of first order reaction. So this is a more important relationship, more important equations to solve problems. This form of equation is more important, right? Okay, then I said I'll take this equation. Say I'll take this equation. This is minus logarithm a minus x equal to k t. This is minus logarithm a. Again, if you rearrange, take this minus logarithm a this side of the equation, logarithm a minus logarithm a minus x equal to kt. So this is logarithm a by b formula, logarithm a by a minus x equal to kt, right? This is known. Logarithm a minus logarithm b can be written as logarithm a by b. Now you raise this two side, you raise the equation to e power logarithm a by a minus x, and this is equal to e power kt. So this is anything, I know this formula, e power logarithm x is equal to x, right? This is very simple. I mean, we'll take e power logarithm 2 is equal to 2, right? E power logarithm 1000 will be 1000, a formula. Okay, then therefore this is, we can write a by a minus x equal to e power kt. Then rearrange this equation. Invert it, a minus x by a equal to e power minus kt. A minus x equal to a, you take this a, the side of equation, a e power minus kt. I know this is a minus x is at time t. At time t, the reactant concentration is a minus x. This is initial concentration. A is initial concentration. A minus x is actually at time t, the unreacted concentration of unreacted molecules is a minus x. Let the initial concentration A equal to C naught, and at time t, the unreacted molecules, the concentration of unreacted molecules A minus x is, let me assume at time t, Ct. So I can write, I substitute here, Ct equal to C naught, Ct equal to C naught e power minus kt. Now this is another way of another form of the rate equation, rate constant expression of first order reaction. This is also the important relationship. This actually, the concentration of reactant, this is Ct is concentration of reactant, right? C naught is initial concentration. The concentration of reactant is related to time t, it is exponentially, right? The concentration of reactant is exponentially related with the time t, right? And also you have, you know that the concentration of the reactant, that is Ct at various time, concentration of reactant, if you plot with the time t, at time t, then this is not a linear relationship. I said this is exponential relationship. So if you start a concentration of reactant somewhere here, then the curve will appear like this. This is exponential change of concentration of reactant with time is actually observed. So the plot will look like this. And one more thing I would like to explain here is at time t, um, time when the concentration of reactant at any time, when concentration of reactant must be zero for completion of reaction, for completion of reaction, right? That means that Ct should become zero. Ct should become zero, right? So when Ct the value of Ct becomes zero, then I'll say the reaction is completed. Okay, let me analyze. Is it possible or not? Then time at concentration, the Ct value must be 0, equal to C0 e power minus k. Let me substitute time infinite. You'll understand why. C0, then the right hand side and left hand side should be equal, right? So left hand side is 0 already. For the completion of reaction, Ct, the concentration on the reactant, must become 0. So the right hand side also should become 0, that the whole term should become 0. I'm just substituting time equal to infinite, just to prove that the right hand side should become 0. So if I substitute infinite for the time t, then I will get 0. So e power, this is anything multiplied with infinite, this is infinite, equal to C0 into e power minus infinite. I can write e power 1 by e power infinite. So C0 1 by infinite, 1 by e power infinite. E power is actually 2.771. The value of e is actually 2.7. Then 1 by e power infinite is infinite. So this is 1 by infinite is actually 0. So C0 into 0 equal to 0. So the right hand side becomes 0 when the time becomes infinite, right? So right hand side now becomes 0. So that means that the concentration will become 0 only when the time is infinite. So the time is increasing the x-axis. So the time should go on to infinite to attain 0 concentration of your reactant. So we can say that the first order reaction will not end up, or it will take infinite time for the completion of reaction. This is what we observe from this important form of first order rate constant expression, first order equation. Okay, then another important thing that we should define here is half-life period. Half-life period, before that, let me rearrange the rate constant equation. K equal to 2.303 by t logarithm a by a minus x. If you want to find out the value of k, you need at particular time, maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes, you need these two data. Initial concentration is known, and also at that time the unreacted molecule, concentration of unreacted molecule should be known. If you know these data, you will find out k, rate constant of the first order reaction. So you can do this experimentally. You can find out rate constant of first order reaction just by measuring at the time t the unreacted molecule. If you measure the concentration of unreacted molecule, you can find out K value. Then let me transform this equation into a straight line equation. K y equal to mx plus c format, kt 2.303 equal to logarithm a by a minus x. This is logarithm a minus logarithm a minus x. I'll write logarithm a minus x. I'll take this to that side. The minus k by 2.303 times t.